Assalamu alaikum guys. Okay, so now in the previous video we discussed most of the questions related to the trend in melting point. Was just last question regarding the trends in the melting point that is asked in the past papers needs to be discussed now. If you look at the difference from sodium to magnesium and magnesium to aluminum, there is a gradual increase in the melting point, and of course we've discussed that in the previous lecture that from sodium to magnesium to aluminum, what's happening to the melting point? It's increasing. And why is that so? Because the strength of the metallic bonds are becoming stronger and stronger due to the increase in the valence shell electrons. Okay, these are all the key points that you must include in your answers. But now the examiner, what in the previous years, what he has done is he has asked another question, and another very interesting question. And the question is that this graph was given to you on the exam. Okay, this graph was given to you, and from sodium to magnesium, if you look at the difference in the energies, this energy difference is quite this much. Okay, but if you look at the energy difference from magnesium to aluminum, this energy difference is quite small than the energy difference from sodium to magnesium. So why is that so? Why is there such a big jump in the melting point, a big difference in the melting points of sodium and magnesium? So listen very carefully now. Sodium metal contains sodium positive ions and surrounded by electrons, right? Magnesium contains Mg2 positive ions surrounded by electrons. Now look at the charge carefully. Look at the charge. This is positive 1. Positive 1 is changing to positive 2. It is doubling, right? It is doubling. And doubling, I can say that it is increasing by 100%. There is an increase in the charge by 100%. But as you go from magnesium to Al3 positive aluminum, what's happening to the charge is going from +2 to +3. It's not increasing by 100% now. It's increasing by just 1 unit, right? 1 unit means that of the original charge that it had, how much has it become? Look at it carefully. This increase is actually just 50% now. Okay, why 50%? Because if you look at the difference, there is just an increase in the charge of +1, right? And how much is 1 of 2? How much percent of 2 is this 1? 1 upon 2 is 1 upon 2, right? Is half. Multiplied by 100 will give you 50%. So this increase over here, increase in the charge over here is 100%. Okay, as you go from +1 to +2, you are doubling it. Doubling means that you are increasing it by a unit of 1, right? And 1 of 1 is actually 100% of 1, right? 1 upon 1 times 100 will give you 100. But over here, from 2 to 3, there is an increase of 1, still increase of 1, but this percentage is less. It's 50% only, because 1 upon 2 is half. Since this increase is quite large over here, there's a large change in the charge. This means that there is a larger change in the metallic bond strength. Why am I saying that? Because it's what are metallic bonds? Metallic bonds are actually the forces of attraction between the ions, the positive ions, and the electrons that surround them, right? So this increase in strength is the greatest from sodium to magnesium. That means that the increase in the charge is the greater than the increase in the charge from magnesium to aluminum. This means that the increase in the strength from sodium to magnesium is also larger as compared to the increase in the strength from magnesium to aluminum. Okay, so this is a sort of answer that you are supposed to include. You have to say that from sodium to magnesium, charge increases by 100%, charge increases by 100%, or it doubles. Okay, whereas from magnesium to aluminum, charge increases by only 50%, right? So the increase in the strength, increase in metallic bond strength is more from sodium to magnesium. Therefore, there is a larger change in the melting point from sodium to magnesium. Okay, this was a question for 2 marks, and this was a suggest type question which was asked on the past papers. Thank you. In the next video, we are gonna look at the next trend.